What's going on, YouTube? This is Achaedius, and today I want to talk to you about the many types of player looting in MMOs. So far, we've only seen two types of loot rules in MMOs, but today I want to talk about those and more. So let's grab the low-hanging fruit first and get it out of the way. The most common loot rule by MMOs is, of course, no looting of any kind. Boring. This poses no risk to the players, and because of this, it is the most favored system by the majority of the player base, aka casuals, or as we called them in Ultima Online, Care Bears. And the other system we have seen, which is the least common and most hated by those filthy casuals, is full loot PvP. This system allows players to loot each other freely, being able to take anything and everything another player currently possessed at the time of their death. So now that I've explained to you probably what you already know, we have a baseline from which to operate. Now we can begin discussing other potential systems to include
The Holy Grail
of loot systems that combines them all and keeps everyone happy at the same time. So let's get started. And the first alternative system I want to mention is the same one that I mentioned in my previous video, what I want to see in an MMO. This system would not allow looting in typical PvP. Instead, it would only allow players to come to an agreement on what rewards the winner of their duel will get before the match begins. It's not a gambling system, y'all. It's a predetermined reward system, okay? It's not gambling.
It's not a tumor at all.
And the second system I want to talk about is the semi-loot system. This is a system whereby a player would only be able to loot a certain number of items from another player's body. Now, you could also further limit this by only allowing a single player to loot another player per death, so as to prevent a group of players from working together to strip that player of everything they have. And if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, what a great compromise, something like that wouldn't be so punishing for the filthy casuals, and it wouldn't be so friggin' Care Bear to the hardcore crowd. Well, I just want you to know I forgive you. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's society's fault. No, in reality, this system will end up alienating your game from both crowds. You see, here's the thing. Just have a little moment of honesty here. Just a quick heart-to-heart, gamer-to-gamer. Listen, us gamers, we are incredibly self-centered, and we want to have our cake and eat it too. But that isn't enough, because we want our neighbor's cake and our friend's cake. And it better be the kind of cake that we like. And if it doesn't have that chocolate frosting on it, I'm gonna uninstall your garbage game. Because what kind of trash developer makes a video game without chocolate frosting on it? Look, all I'm trying to say here is if you try and straddle the fence between the hardcore players and the casual players, then you're gonna get frosting on both sides of your face.
Bill Cosby!
So, what is the solution? How do we pull both sides together in the same game, on the same server, and have both of them be happy? Well, so far it's been said that it's impossible, but I'm here today to tell you that it isn't. It's not impossible, and I'll prove it. So here's a system that I've never heard anyone talk about or mention at all, which means I'm the one inventing it. That's right. I am making history, and 20 years from now, when this system has become the most common system used in MMOs, you can tell your kids, I was there on YouTube when a random nobody invented that. So, how would it work? Well, on character creation, a player would tick a box. That would set that character to be a full loot character. Both casual and full loot characters would be playing together, but no one would have any way to determine which players are full loot and which ones aren't. If a full loot player kills a casual player, then no looting is allowed. Looting can only take place between player characters that were preset as a full loot character during character creation. This system is the only system that could possibly keep both sides happy while playing the same game on the same server, because it's technically not really a compromise. Both sides are able to play the game how they want without negatively impacting each other. And because I invented this loot system, I'm pretty sure that means I get to name it. So I shall name this system the Hidden Cloak and Dagger No Loot Hardcore Full Loot PvP System. Don't worry, it's gonna catch on. Finally, I can make my dad proud. I made something of myself, Dad. I named something, I invented something, I made that. Aren't you proud of me now?
You made your daddy proud.
You're gonna be so proud.
Proud?
Proud.
Anywho, that's my system for merging the Care Bears with the Gladiators. What do you think about this system? Do you think developers should put more frosting on video games? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see more of my content. And I will see you in the next video.